how we can balance, for example, AI, filmmaking, directors.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We should all look at AI as if it's an assistant, right? It is designed as an assistant. So you want to make sure those tools are in the right hands.
They can recreate a person who died or something like this. So right now,
I don't think it's ethical when we take someone's face and we put it on someone else's face without anyone's permission. We should have some oversight, I guess. Maybe some laws are gonna come up. I would say that people still prefer working with people, right? Not with machines. True cinema will never be replaced by a machine.
Hi everyone, welcome to Sci-Tech Suisse. It's a weekly podcast about AI, technology and lifestyle. So my name is Kristina Shilina and I'm glad to be here with you. And so in this episode, we'll talk about AI in the film industry, studying as a director, using new technologies, for example, in education, in shootings, and etc. And also working with famous people in television, also in filmmaking, and etc. And today I'm also pleased to be here with Sergey Shumilov. Sergey, hi. He's a director and he graduated from the Canadian College. So also, Sergey, can you please tell me about your university a little bit? Where did you study and how was your experience?
So I finished Centennial College. It's a one-year postgraduate program. It's about filmmaking, so it's not just directing. It's also screenwriting, editing. You even do a bit of acting there. You can also study producing, which I'm not a huge fan of because I don't like paperwork, but generally I enjoyed it. So I took directing, I took screenwriting. And I tried myself as an actor as well.
Also, can you please tell me about your experience a little? Because, for example, Serежа, he's also shot a lot of videos, music videos, also a lot of works as a director. So can you tell me, please, your works, your projects, what is it about? So, and maybe you also can give me some inspirations, how did you have it?
Okay, so I would say I had the biggest project of mine was filming a music video at the end of the second semester, which was a music video to a Russian artist called Face. So I didn't produce any music myself. I just shot the music video for the music that has already existed. The music video is packed with action. I'm a huge action guy, so I was very much inspired by such projects as Daredevil, Assassin's Creed. It's a video game, not a film or a show, but still. So I hired some of stunt doubles. I was a stunt double myself, so I also acted in it. So I would say I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed working I enjoyed directing actors. I enjoyed telling them what kind of emotions I want to see on the screen. And I enjoyed acting myself as well. I enjoyed filming action a lot. I would say the most of the time was taken by learning how to choreograph a fight. So it was in a way a fight choreography because I was fighting a guy with using a plastic knife, which looked quite real. So I was fortunate enough to find friends who would help me and fight me in the music video. It's very dynamic, and yeah, I enjoyed it.
Also today we'll talk about AI in film industry. For example, right now it started to be so popular, and because of this right now, for example, directors, also actors, they started to use AI in, for example, Sergey will tell us about this, but they also started to use, for example, for I don't know, to renovate, or I can say to recreate guys who died, for example, in movies, and for example, also like to change the style, or also, for example, right now, actors and also like producers, they're afraid because right now AI can write a lot of scripts and something like this. Can you tell me how did you use AI in, for example, your projects, in your work at the university? And how was like it was okay or no, for example, for teachers or professor that they can say to okay, let's go to use like AI or something like this, or for example it was like, for example, no, don't use AI and something like this. Can you tell me also about this experience?
Well, I would say, I guess this education system hasn't adjusted yet to this. So our teachers weren't that aware, or just didn't care as much, as long as the result is great.
Okay.
So we were never asked to not write anything with AI. I guess it was a common knowledge that you shouldn't, right? Because why would you go somewhere, pay someone money to do and then do something, completely with the help of AI. So I would say AI helped me with research a lot, just like Google, right? So when you write a script, you want to make sure you're doing the research, you know about what you're writing about. And of course, like if you're out of artistic ideas, you can use AI to come up with something relatively new. If you use reference and just basic idea of what you need,
Okay.
I don't think there is anything bad with it. And I feel like we should all look at AI as if it's an assistant, right? It is designed as an assistant. It helps us, but I don't think it will ever replace anyone, like writers or.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I know, for example, right now AI, they can do something, for example, that they can recreate a person who died or something like this. So right now, and maybe in the future they will use it. What do you think about it? Is it okay or no? Or like we don't need to use AI at all?
No, of course we need to use it. I would say it's an invention, and as all
Okay.
inventions, it's an invention that helps. So I like comparing it to a knife, right? I don't see knife as a threat because I use it daily. It helps me in life, right? I know how to use it. But if you give knife to a clueless child, right, he's gonna cut himself. It's not gonna be nice for anyone. So you want to make sure those tools are in the right hands.
Okay.
It should be, yeah, of course, we should have some oversight, I guess. Maybe some laws are gonna come up. And it is an interesting tool and assistant. It can help you with paperwork, right? It can help you finalizing some documents, reports. I would say it helps producers a lot, because I myself use it daily to budget something, right?
Okay.
And so it's a good budgeting tool if you want to know how much money you need for that and that. So yeah, I would say it's mostly benefits. I don't see it
Okay.
as a threat. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. In the last year or in this year, they had a strike with directors. They said, for example, oh, you use AI for everything, so we don't like it. And for example, they wanted that it will be like, I can say equal situation that, for example, yes, you can use AI, but also you need to use like the work of directors, like, or I don't know, like writers, etc. What do you think that right now, what is like people use more AI or just like use real like work from directors, from writers, etc.?
I would say that people still prefer working with people, right?
Okay.
Not with
Okay.
machines. I had a roommate, right, back in
Okay.
Toronto, right? Right now I'm in Vancouver, so I moved from Toronto. In Toronto, I had a roommate. He lost his job because AI has replaced him as a writer, but it's a different kind. I believe it was not a writer for a film. Like he didn't write anything for a film or TV industry. It was more of like a copywriting position. So he had to correct texts, adjust, I believe. So the kind of, it's unfortunate, but I feel like the kinds of tasks that can be done by a computer and done properly, there's nothing wrong with this kind of development. Yeah, it is heartbreaking that the person has lost a job, but in general, I would say it saves people time, it saves people money. And it can't replace anything fully artistic, right? Some executives, some studios might use it for algorithms, right? Or figuring out what the audience wants more and all those types of things. But like true cinema will never be replaced by a machine.
Okay, did you see some situations, for example, when directors, they wrote a lot of scenarios with AI?
You meant scripts, right?
Yeah,
So
scripts.
yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see some situation? How was it? And it was okay or no?
It could write a script for you,
Mm-hmm.
but it wouldn't be good.
Okay,
And
why?
yeah, like it wouldn't be original because AI, it wouldn't have this authenticity, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can always tell when it's written by a person or AI.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, and even if it's written by AI, you have to learn AI how to write it,
Yeah.
right? So I even myself, the reason I came to Vancouver is because of opportunities with the job market,
Mm-hmm.
and I would apply for writing positions which are AI writers. So I
Okay.
would teach AI how to help writers write, right? So I
Wow.
would, yeah, but for now, none of the positions were good enough, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's an upcoming industry, so it's a matter of
Okay.
time.
Okay. How we can balance, for example, AI, filmmaking, directors, all fields?
How we can balance? Well, as I said before, I would say laws, right? We have to have laws for AI. I don't think it's ethical
Mm-hmm.
when we take someone's face and we put it on someone else's face without, without anyone's permission,
Mm-hmm.
and we put it out there. And it's not safe for even it's not even safe for politics, because if you take,
Okay.
let's say you take some president and you alter what he or she says, right? And then it could
Mm-hmm.
create a viral problem. We don't want that. So it should be supervised. I see nothing wrong with it, as long as it doesn't damage freedom of speech, of course.
Yeah, and also about AI, I know a lot of right now situations how people use AI for diplomas, for thesis. For example, when you want to write and just like AI, please help me with writing like this, for example, topic, and they started like really write a lot of information from AI, and unfortunately, professors or like also machines they can see it. So and unfortunately, maybe if it right now doesn't work with thesis, so I think it will be not working with filmmaking, especially with scripts. What if, for example, we will use only AI in the future, like don't use people, only use AI? What do you think? Will it be working or no?
Well, there's a game about that. There's a
Okay,
video game. There's a video game called Detroit Become Human, where AI replaces people on the job market,
okay.
and there is a revolution against AI, and those are also androids. So there's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of physical fighting. But yeah, I don't see this scenario happening, to be honest. I believe we can prevent anything like AI apocalypse. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it as a global threat for job market or for film industry. I see it as a threat in a different way. It's a threat for politics for sure. But other than that, I don't think so.
Okay. Can you also tell me from the beginning, you started to tell me about how AI helped to you in some scripts and some cases. Can you tell me like more details about this? For example, like how did you use, you said about also producers and budget. How did you use, for example, AI for your project? Maybe you can create, for example, or tell me one example of your project and tell me how did you use AI in this case?
Yes. So let's say I'm making a budget, right, for this music video. So
Okay.
I'm taking AI model, which is ChatGPT for most of the
Mm-hmm.
time and for most
Okay.
people. And then you just type in So I need one knife, one plastic chain. I need a mask, a black suit, right? Lights, cameras. I need this camera. If you don't have cameras, right? I did have it, but and then it just tells you the price of everything, because what AI does is it Googles it, right? For you. So you don't have to go on Google every time and just type in Google, then delete, then type in Google again.
That's
You can
everything
just,
in
yeah,
one.
everything is very structured. That's so I would say AI replaced Googling for me.
Okay, and that's all. Or how, for example, did you use for your scripts AI for some ideas?
No, I didn't use it for ideas because that wouldn't be fun, right? The whole point of being in film industry is that it's fun. But it could help you finalize some documents which you don't want to finalize yourself, right? I don't see anything wrong with, let's say you have to present some kind of a short summary of your script to
Okay.
the executive who's gonna buy the show, like, invest. There's nothing wrong with finalizing, summarizing, and then you can always correct what's written by AI, right? So you should use it as a backbone, I would say.
Okay. Can you tell me about your future projects? What would you like to do in the future? Also, maybe you will tell me some ideas of your shootings, movies, or some videos. Like, so what would you like to do?
So I would call myself a Gen Z, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm a bit of a zoomer. So my TikTok brain is all fried up. And I believe people nowadays don't watch movies as often, which is a sad thing. But on the other hand, there are better opportunities for creating your own products and your own films, right? Your own projects, because to get into film industry, to make an actual movie takes a lot of time and networking and years, right? You have to get in the industry, you have to stay in the industry, you have to get your way up in the industry, so then you can make your own film in the end, maybe in 10 years, right? And I'm talking a big movie, like Netflix movie, or even movie for cinemas. But if you want to make your own projects, for now, YouTube has great opportunity for it. So you can just upload it to YouTube. And I would say that I see for myself that the best way to do it is to make music videos, because those are
Okay.
very compressed and short stories, right? Music video is usually 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. So it's very short. It also can be segmented into even shorter videos, which could be put out on TikTok or Instagram Reels. So you can make stories, even shows,
Okay.
just by yourself completely on YouTube, and the market will decide if you're worthy in a way.
Okay.
Of course, there are also algorithms, and sometimes you still have to play by the rules, but you have freedom. You have complete freedom. I like it. So I would say I'm gonna keep making music videos. There should be some kind of restructuring done
Okay.
in the studio. Right now, film industry is a bit monopolized, I feel like. And there are some huge platforms,
Okay.
and there are not that many independent creators that have an easy access to those platforms. So maybe it would be nice to create some sort of YouTube, but for films specifically, right? I mean, we have Netflix, but it's not as free, I would say, still. They have
Okay.
their own, every platform has their own policies. Let's say you want to stream video games or
Okay.
just stream yourself. You can stream on YouTube or you can stream on Twitch, right?
Okay.
Each one of those platforms has different pros and cons, and those platforms have different policies as well. So if you want to shoot a specific show, you can come to Netflix or you can come to Amazon, and those would be different shows because they are supervising it, right?
Okay.
So you can create your own platform or help create it, and set your own rules, right?
I can say thank you so much for this interview, and thank you so much
Likewise.
for people who's watching this, and also like please don't forget to follow to our channel and all channels what you can see below. So and thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.